What?
Hello, it's my honor and pleasure to be here to introduce myself and my daughter, who's going to meet a little bit later. My name is Barry Fischer, and I'm the author of Through My Father's Eyes by Barry Fischer. This book is a story of love between a father and a son. And from when I was 4 years old, my father put me on his knee and told me stories about his experience of surviving the Holocaust. Both my parents were survivors of the Holocaust. And from 4 years old, both my parents asked me to do one thing. And at 4 years old, I don't think I understood, but as I got older, I came to understand. That was that they should never be forgotten, that their stories should be told, that the world should know about what happened to them. And it's taken me 3 years to write this book after many interviews with my father and my mother. I'm very proud of the book. And I think when you read it, you're going to discover a beautiful relationship between a father and son. My dad was an amazing man, and some of the things that he taught me have been really, truly icons and columns of strength for me to live my life and to be successful. For the past 34 years, I've been an attorney, working in California. I'm semi-retired now as an attorney, and I practice family law and divorce law. And it was an amazing experience because I got the opportunity to file a lawsuit on behalf of my father and grandfather who was killed during the Holocaust. And all the stories about what happened to them are in this book. But I sued the German companies that were using my father and grandfather as slave labor without paying them. And the case got settled by Bill Clinton, who settled it for $10 billion. And there were 65 lawsuits. I had 3 of them. And every survivor that was still living when this case was settled about 20 years ago received $5,400. And believe you me, I made my father proud that I was able to bring that lawsuit and get him reparations for what the Nazis did to him. One of the things that my father always told me is that every day that he was in concentration camp, he believed it was his last day. So every day he took a risk. He would go to the kitchen run by the Russians and steal food and give it to his family members who were in the concentration camp with him. He would sneak out of the ghetto. He would have the papers from Mr. Schindler, very famous character in the saving some Jews, but my father had his papers and worked in his factory. And he used those papers to go out of the ghetto, the Krakow ghetto, and to trade for food and bring the food back to his family members. My dad made it to 94 years old, and he had the pleasure in the last year of his life, before he passed away, to meet my daughter. And I'd like you to meet my daughter. This is my daughter, Bella.
Hi.
And I had the privilege to see my dad have Bella on his knee. And the one thing that he said to me was that he beat Hitler because he survived and was able to have children and grandchildren. And this is the proof of his success as a human being. And you know, when he went through the camp, another thing he told me, he never stole anything from anyone. And in his whole life, before he left the planet, he told me he doesn't owe anything to anybody because he never took anything from anyone. He was an honorable man. So please, when you have a moment, buy the book, Through My Father's Eyes by Barry Fischer. I promise you'll enjoy it. And my name and contact number is on the book, so if you want to give me a call and say hello, I'd be happy to hear from you. Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.